Hi ho, it's off to where we go. Dum 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 dum. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to Danny's Detours, where we talk about anything and everything life related, and consciousness is our canvas. My dog is going crazy. Right, let's let him off the lead. Come on, Paddy and Willow. Come here. Right, there we go. Come on, you get going. Go on, good girl. Yeah, welcome to the channel once again. I think we're on video number 4 now, so really we're happy with the progress of it's going. Say morning to Paddy and Willow. Paddy and Willow are out on their walk. It's a Sunday morning and it's an absolutely fantastic day today. But I just wanted to start today's video by saying the reason why we got Paddy. And I think it was February 2000. It was 2024 February, and we used to have a King Charles Cavalier called Jasper, and he was only 6 years old at the time, but he ended up getting diagnosed with a heart murmur, and sadly we had to have him put down. Passed away because he was in really bad health, and obviously we had to end up getting him put down, which was a very sad day really. But as they say, life goes on, and that was when we decided to get Paddy. He's over there. And so obviously when we had Jasper, he was he was a very placid dog. They class them as toy breeds, don't they? So we kind of like went on the opposite end of the spectrum and got ourselves a Patterdale terrier, which he's full of life. He's really cheeky chappy. He's quite a motivated dog. So yeah, we ended up getting him. I think it was January. Yeah, we got him in January. No, not January. We got him a couple of months. I think we got him in. It might have been April time. We got him, and I just have to say it was one of the best decisions we ever made, because I think at the time it just made me think and realise that when he gone, it really hit me hard. Because obviously it was my first ever dog. I had other dogs, obviously. My parents used to have dogs, and obviously it was a bit more intimate with Jasper because he was my first ever dog, and they become a part of the family, don't they? They become like literally like your children, or like as they say, a man's best friend. So yeah, we got Paddy, and he's absolutely fantastic. And yeah, so we ended up with Paddy, and then a couple of months later we decided to get another dog, because we thought that how Paddy was and how he was behaving on the park, and he's a very social dog, you see. So we decided to get him a little friend, a little wife, as you could say. And that is when we decided to get Willow. Here's Willow. Willow, come here. Good girl, sit. No, you need to sit. Sit. Do you want a treat? She's beautiful. She's a good girl. She's very obedient. And so we got Willow, and as I say, the rest is history. But I think it was one of the best decisions we ever made, getting another dog, because you just see how close they are together. Like, they literally are like husband and wife. So yeah, but I just thought I'd let you know a little bit of a backstory on why we got the dogs. And obviously, you know, it's probably been one of the best decisions that I've ever made, really, when you think about it, because, you know, it comes to a point in my life where obviously I'd made a slight career change. I was no longer working at my job, and I felt as though my life had gone a little bit empty at the time. So, but now that I've got these two, it's kind of like giving me a new lease of life, and dare I say it, it's just inspired me and motivated me to go on and, you know, just follow your passions, which is like, obviously I love being out in nature, I love animals, so yeah, hence why I decided to start doing this channel and just talking about anything and everything. So yeah, that's the story behind that. But just going back to why we did it is because, you know, it's not only that, but you get so much enjoyment when you've got dogs, you know, and they bring so much joy into your life. And I think one lesson I can take away from it is just like, if you just look at these two now, all they know is how to be a dog. You know, they don't have any stresses, they don't have any worries, because they was put on this earth to embody and just be a dog, weren't they? As was we as humans, because we was all brought here for a certain specific reason. And everyone's reason is different, as mine is to what yours is, because there's over 8 billion people in the world and we're all unique. We all get given a separate fingerprint, and that's not by chance. That's literally to embody and tell you that, you know, we are all unique and we've all got a certain specific reason to be here. So, you know, just let it be known that you can do anything in life, and it all starts from being conscious. As I always state in the start of my videos, consciousness is our canvas, because we are not consumers, and the world has put it forward to us that to lead us to believe that, you know, we are consumers, which, yeah, obviously we consume food and stuff like that, but when I say that, I mean there's so many distractions in life now. And when I say oh, look how gorgeous it is. It's absolutely beautiful. They love coming on these fields. But yeah, back to what I was saying. You know, there's so many distractions now. Like, we've got computer games, you know, there's food, there's social media. Everything is designed now to distract you from who you truly are, because, you know, when you're putting a lot of time and effort into these distractions, then you are no longer being your true self, I believe. So, and a lot of that comes from just being in the silence. This is why I like to come out in nature, you know, with the dogs, because it just brings you back to your true self, you know. And I don't even put like music. I'm not to say that music's bad, but I don't put music in my ear just because I just love and like to be my own thoughts. And then, because that's when your intuition kicks in, and that's when you can truly hear and know who you truly are. Because they say the two main brains in your body, obviously we have 3 brains, but our main, you know, our brain that we use for practical thinking obviously is in our head, but the main brain that we have that vibrates the most is our heart, you know. So we've got our heart, and you always hear a terminology of gut feeling. Well, your second brain is in your stomach, and we should always listen to these two brains, because, you know, it's these are our like true life indicators as to who we truly are. And it all boils down to the, you know, getting up in the morning and taking back your power, taking back your control, and saying to yourself, whatever you want, you know, whatever you want to be in life. Like, I am healthy, I am wealthy, you know, I am a multi-millionaire. If you say that enough times and you feel it like you've already got the end result, irrelevant of your external circumstances, whatever's going on in life, like, say, I don't know, you could be in a situation where you're in debt, but All these things are designed for us to be vibrating on a low frequency and for us to feel down, depressed, whatever you might want to say. And you know, what if just for 1 minute you get up every day and you say, I am rich, I am wealthy, and I am abundant, you know, and you keep just doing this every day, and slowly you will watch and start to see your life change, because it will, because it's inevitable, because it's a law of the universe. And you know, we've got the law of attraction, the law of detachment, the law of assumption. You know, I can't remember the others obviously, but you know, like you just put it out into the universe and say who you are, what you are, and you know, your life will start to change. So if you're out there at the moment, you're struggling, you know, you're in a bit of a situation where you just think, oh, my life will never change, or, you know, I can't do it, then whatever you say or whatever energy you put out into the universe, that is literally what will reflect back on your reality. Because once you learn to control your inner world, that is when your outer world will start to change. Because as a law of the universe, it has to. It's a law. So if you say, I am wealthy, I am healthy, I'm abundant, because the two biggest vibrational frequencies in this earth, on this earth, as we say, universe, is love and what's the other one? Oh my God, my mind's gone blank. It's love and gratitude, sorry about that. But yeah, so, you know, if you just get up every morning, you just say, I'm so grateful. And it could be for anything, like, look, I am grateful for my dogs. I'm grateful for Paddy and Willow for just, look, all they know what to do is embodying being who they are, which is dogs. They're happy, they're healthy, which makes them wealthy. So, you know, it could be anything. It could be like, oh, I'm so grateful that I have cold running water. So I can have it, not cold running water for me, because obviously I don't use warm running water. But it could be anything, like, you know, I'm grateful I have warm running water, or I have a roof over my head, or I have enough food in the in the cupboards this week, you know. So always remember that, and always think to yourself that there's so many things to be grateful for in this life. You know what I mean? So that's all we need to remember. But yeah, I think we're going to leave it at that for the video now. But all you need to remember is this, you know, you are amazing, you are fantastic, and you can do anything. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And also, thank you for all the support, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.